Hi everyone, I hope you're doing excellent today. My name is Kemi and I'm here with the Crisis Proof Your Family tip for this month. As always, I hope you're enjoying these tips I'm sending your way, but more importantly, I hope you're putting them to work because that's the only way that it'll work for you. So my tip this month, I'm going to be talking about the importance of managing our emotions in our relationships, in our marriages, in our family. Now, for me personally, one thing that I have learned is that when it comes to marriage especially, it tests us, it stretches us to the maximum, it squeezes so much out of us, even emotions that we never thought existed. We will experience it in marriage. And it's no wonder that the Bible talks so much about how we should manage our emotions. If you look at the book of Proverbs, it talks so much there about how we should manage certain emotions like anger, like impatience. It talks about how the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. So basically it means that in our relationships, in our marriages, in our family lives, there'll be times where we're angry, there'll be times where we're upset, there'll be times where we're even offended, but we should not allow those emotions or those feelings to dictate our actions or reactions. Why? Because they will produce negative consequences and terribly affect our relationships and our family life. I mean, the Bible says that it's a fool that gives full vent to his anger. So that means that even when you are angry, you have to learn to control yourself. If you need to say something, you need to calm down and then speak, because nothing good comes out of words that are spoken in anger. And he says that reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise will always bring healing. So ask yourself, when I act or when I react, what are the consequences that follow? And that will show you whether or not you manage your emotion effectively. The Bible also talks about how it's a fool that utters all his mind, meaning that there are some things that we say, we think that we don't necessarily have to say, because if we say them, they can hurt. And many times you find people who just speak as they like. They say, I just want to tell it like it is. Not thinking about the consequences. That is foolishness. So we must learn to manage ourselves. I love something that Apostle Paul said. He said, I have exercised myself to be void of offense towards God and towards man, meaning that there were times where he could have gotten offended, but he had to exercise himself. He had to be something that he consciously did. The Bible also talks about how a man or woman who does not have self-control is like a city whose walls are broken down. And guess what? The Bible says that self-control is a fruit of the Spirit. So it means that if we are really as spiritual as we claim to be, then self-control should be one of the fruits. It should be seen. So don't let your emotions have control of you. Instead, you have control of your emotions. I hope that tip has been helpful to you. It's been very helpful to me. It's something that I have applied from day one of my relationship with we have applied from day one of our relationship, and it's something that still helps us today. And we constantly remind ourselves that even when we're feeling a certain way, we should never act out of those feelings, but we should take a step back and think things through properly before we speak, so that we don't allow our emotions and our feelings to rob us of this beautiful thing called marriage. You can go through the scriptures, you will find so many scriptures. There are some on the screen right now that will help you and bring out the very best in you, thereby ultimately bringing out the best in your relationship. And one key thing to always remember is that maturity is a major requirement when it comes to marriage. When you know how to handle your emotions effectively, when you are good at practicing self-control, it means that you are mature, because maturity shows in the words that we speak and in our actions. It's not necessarily in age. Age is an important factor in marriage, but I have learned that maturity is much more important. So I hope that has been helpful for you. As always, I love to hear your feedback. Please do get in touch. Facebook, Crisis Proof Your Family. Instagram, Cpyf Family. The blog, www.crisisproofyourfamilyblog.com, and the YouTube channel, Crisis Proof Your Family. Go on there, and there's so many resources on there that would equip you, educate you, and ultimately enrich your family life. Now, let me say this. If you have not yet downloaded your copy of the Crisis Proof Your Family with Prayer, a 21-day journey, the ebook, please go on the blog, click on the resources tab, and download it straight onto whatever device that you have. You can even print it off. It's such a great tool that will be a great blessing to you. Also, be on the lookout for our very first e-newsletter. I'm so excited about it because it's been a blessing to me already, because of course I'm the first reader, but I know that it will be such a blessing to you. You know that I'll give you all the information about it so that you don't miss out on this great thing that God has in store for you. All right, until next time, take good care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.